They're off. Javoon the Master gets a good start. King T missed it wide. Surreal also came off poorly. As a Wagon Wheel goes for that, rather Catherine the Great goes for that early lead. Hermosa Amiga moving fluently down against the rail. Princess Desi racing just in behind horses. Luscious hidden from view, now coming into view as they make their way down the backstretch, and it's Hermosa Amiga just the leader from Catherine the Great. Luscious, Brother Papa moving right there against the rail. In behind them, Princess Desi and the Grey Gershwin. Stormwatch in between horses. King T racing out wide of runners. Wagon Wheel right there on the rail. Javoon the Master with that group. Then Surreal and Paso Doble. A break opens up to no smoking, and last of all, it's a Kerry Dancer as the field have left the half mile and make their way passing the 7/16. Hermosa Amiga out in front, rated on that lead as they now slip past the 3. Here's Luscious kicking in on the outside. Catherine the Great right there in the fracas. Also making some progress, Brother Papa now clinging on to that rail run and just stepping off it as Hermosa Amiga brings them into the lane, a quarter of a mile to run. Luscious the main danger at the moment. Brother Papa looking now to split rivals. Toward the outside, Stormwatch. Gertrude trying to close up. King T and Paso Doble on the extreme outside of Javoon the Master. Hermosa Amiga gives way as Luscious now points the nose in front. Stormwatch and Brother Papa trying to cut into that lead. It's Luscious with the advantage. Luscious inside the final yardage being driven right out, and Luscious wins it. Could be Hermosa Amiga second over Brother Papa, close in behind. Javoon the Master wide of Stormwatch, also in it. That's Surreal and Gershwin. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 10th, number 7, Luscious, 4-year-old Dark Bay filly by Stormcraft, Royal Pizzazz by Royal Minister, bred Mark and Susan Waits, owned Bittersweet, train wind Acosta the rider, Dane Nelson. Last one in cryptogram, field in line for the 36th running of the Jamaica 2000 Guineas, and the colts are off and running. Classy Prospect shows speed along with cryptogram, Mark My Word. These 3 vie for that lead. Heart of a Champion right up with them along with Life is Just for Living. These group up tightly. Try a Lawyer is further back. The King and I on his outside. Colonel Wills settled just off the fractions with global warming. A gap opens up to Super Center, and trailing the Guineas field is Junior Minister. They've left the 6 and run toward the 5, with Life is Just for Living now taking on that lead by 3 parts of a length. Heart of a Champion trying to stick with him. Mark My Word waits on them. Just in behind those, Classy Prospect, the King and I, Colonel Wills now moving through horses. Global Warming attached to his outside. Cryptogram racing out wide of Try a Lawyer. Super Center making mild progress, and Junior Minister has never been in it as the field have left the half mile, and the speed will increase at the 7/16th, and Life is Just for Living. Walker lets out a notch, and they go on by a length from Classy Prospect. Mark My Word stalks them a close-up third and looks dangerous as they make their way passing the 5/16th. A gap opens up to Cryptogram. Global Warming, the King and I races down against the rail. Junior Minister has made some late progress, but up front, Life is Just for Living holds on to that lead. Mark My Word now closing into it on the rail. Over on the far side, that's Classy Prospect in the green. Life is Just for Living, and Mark My Word has hit the front from Life is Just for Living. 16th to run in the Guineas. It's Mark My Word. He begins to open up. Life is Just for Living has had it. Mark My Word upsets in the Guineas. Life is Just for Living second. Junior Minister third. Classy Prospect fourth. Cryptogram fifth. The winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the 2000 Guineas, 9 Mark My Word. A 3-year-old chestnut colt by Market Rally Miss Chestnut by Horse Chestnut, Bredham Stables Limited. Owned Elite Bloodstock Limited, the second win on the card for trainer Richard Azan, also the second for Dick Cardenas. Second 7, Life is Just for Living. Third 6, Junior Minister. Field in line. Field of 11 contested. They're off. Eusebia comes off slow along with Sunshine Girl. Priceless Goal goes quickly now into that lead, opening up just over a length. Aventura chasing along with Edison. Lisa Vibes forming the line of 3 as they slip past the 5/8 pole. Legal Explosion is 5 lengths off those leaders. Toward the outside, moving down, Songs of Freedom, right there on the rail, Sovereign Overall in the yellow and black, as they now quicken up, leaving the half-mile marker. Time for Arms races on the outside of Did I Do That in the blue with the red cap, now moving just ahead of him. A gap of 5 opens up to Eusebia, and Forget Sunshine Girl laboring early as the field have left the 3, and they're about to arrive at the 5/16th. Priceless Gold attacked now by Edison. Aventura coming at them just wide. Lisa Vibes tacked onto the tail of that leading group as they now turn for home. A quarter of a mile to run. Aventura and a Priceless Gold now battling for it. Edison left back over against the rail, now switched toward mid-track. Lisa Vibes in behind them. Time for Arms asked to make up some ground under the left-hand stick. Legal Explosion over on the rail, and Did I Do That on the extreme outside, but up front Aventura looks to be winning the battle over Priceless Gold, and it's Aventura and Paul Francis who now begin to come away. Time for Arms is flying on the outside. They've gone by together. It's close. Could be Aventura over Time for Arms. Close between them. Priceless Gold is next. Then Did I Do That and Illegal Explosion. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of today's second, number 5, Aventura. A 3-year-old dark bay gelding by Stormcraft, Galaxy Girl by Natural Selection, Red Island Flowers on Christopher Wellington, Trin Gresford Smith, the second win on the card for jockey Paul Francis. Second 9, Time for Arms. Third 11, Priceless Gold. Fourth 6, Did I Do That. The splits 23-2 by 47-2. Final time 1 minute. They're off. Proven Prospect, Black Marshal, both stagger out at the back. A&S Express quickly goes to the lead as they make their way down the back stretch. There goes Black Marshal rushing up now to take him on, and Black Marshal is the new leader over A&S Express. Nolinger and Homing Boy right there. Toward the outside, Burning Clearance and Assassin. They're followed up by Levante. A gap opens up to Stylish Jack, then Explosive Dancer. Black Pearl is further back in the yellow, ahead of only Proven Prospect, as the field now swing past the 7/16th and run toward the 3. Black Marshal tackled by Sachin, and Sachin now goes on. 3 furlongs remaining. Sachin attempting now to steal away from them, slipping off by almost 3 lengths. Levante under a strong drive on the outside of Burning Clearance. Further back to Homing Boy and A&S Express down against the rail, but catch Sachin if you can into the lane with the advantage under Donegal. Running away with just 3/16ths remaining. It's Sachin now put to an all-out drive on the right-hand stick. Levante in the cheek piece is now asked to launch an attack. Here's Explosive Dancer on the outside of runners, but it's Sachin down against the fence. Levante in the center of the course, and Explosive Dancer out wide. Sachin gives way. Explosive Dancer now grabs the lead over Levante, and Explosive Dancer will come away to beat Levante and Sachin. Homing Boy is finished in 4th. Enclosure, the unofficial winner of the second, number 10, Explosive Dancer. A 4-year-old dark bay colt by Elysius, Explosive Wit by Schism, bred Marcus Dabdoo. Owned Alan Cole and Dion Facey, trained Dion Facey, the rider Georgiana Surgeon. Second 8, Levante. Third 11, Sachin. Fourth 6, Homing Boy. Splits 24-2 by 49. Final time 1 minute 17. Margins 1 1/4 by 2 1/4.